What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next matchup in the Everyone is Here tournament. So we have 100 characters in the tournament. I will throw up the rules in just a second on screen, so if you are new and you're wondering what this is and if you want to participate and you're wondering how to do that, the rules will let you know how to do that. So let's go ahead and throw that up on the screen here real quick. Alright, so first and foremost, please always keep in mind, for every single match in the tournament, obviously for the entirety of the tournament, this is just for fun. Alright, so we're going to have all sorts of weird characters, but you got to keep in mind that this is pretty much stemming off of the announcement that Sakurai said during the Banjo presentation that they're going to try to satisfy more fans, so potentially more fan favorite characters, even if they are assist trophies, even if they are spirits, even if they are whatever. I think every character, or a lot of characters, are back on the table for discussion, so it is for fun, so always keep that in mind. But also, another very important rule, you only get one vote per person. How do you vote? Very simple. Down in the comments, type who your vote would be for between the two participants that are in the matchup for the day. So, for example, today's matchup is Hatsune Miku taking on Lloyd Irving. So you'd vote for one of those two down in the comments by simply typing the name of the character that you're voting for. Very easy, but again, one vote per person. Rest of the rules, it's a double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated. If there's ever a tie in the voting when we get to the results, I will flip a coin on camera. Best and fairest way to break the tie, because we've had ties in past tournament matches, so fingers crossed we don't get ties, because I don't like if it has to come down to a coin toss, but again, that's the fairest way to do it. But then the last rule is, in fact, voting wise for each matchup will only last the voting is only open for just 7 days. So today is Friday, which means we'll get the results of this matchup next Friday. So again, 1 week, that's all we get, and then that way we just keep getting new results, and the tournament just keeps to get rolling on very smoothly, and eventually we'll make our way to the end of it, but got a lot of matches to get through in the meantime. So let's get back to it, and let's start talking about the two characters that are in the match for the day. Alright, so we have an interesting one. Hatsune Miku, who's a new character to any of these tournaments, so I will always say it about any character. If you're new to any tournament, this is like your first appearance, I'm always excited to see how you guys react to the character, if you like the character, if you've even heard of the character. So, I like to see the support, or maybe the non-supporters. I don't know. If you don't get a lot of votes, you don't have a lot of supporters. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I'm just excited to see which way this goes. So, Hatsune Miku taking on Lloyd Irving. So, let's do this, shall we? Who's up first? Miku. Alright, so, now, if you don't know who this character is, little bit of a background. This character comes from, like, a rhythm game, like dancing. You gotta, like, match up symbols and stuff like that. So, if you know anything about her games, I guess if you don't, I'll explain just a little bit here. So, Miku, I think I can just call her Miku, Hatsune Miku, whatever, she has, like, throughout her game, she's singing, she's playing instruments, she's got a band. So, a character that has a moveset based all around rhythm, it would be such a unique, sort of different take on a moveset. That's something we don't have. Now, a character that could kind of compare-wise, if maybe you've heard of this character a little bit better, Pauline from the Mario series. She kind of would probably be in the same boat, have like a musical style, so I kind of think something like that. But when I'm trying to come up with ideas for this character, moveset wise, how it would work, I come up with like if you've seen any of the games, seen a trailer or whatever. One point I do want to make: there's a Hatsune Miku. I forget the actual title, but there is a game that is coming out on the Nintendo Switch. I believe it's coming out early 2020. So I believe that'll mark her first appearance actually on a Nintendo system. So you always got the potential that, all right, hey, this new game is coming out, and maybe you can, show it off in Smash Bros. And promote it a little bit. So there's always that sort of possibility. So especially if a character's making their first appearance on the Switch. So you got to think about that. But back to moveset. So singing wise, would be very interesting to see like vocal notes coming out, and I don't know, it'd be weird to see somebody get hit with vocal notes. Like if you sing, like you see like a little strand of music notes just kind of floating through the like the screen and on the stage and stuff like that. But you could use all sorts of fun instruments, I suppose, for movesets. You got a mic stand, you got like drums, you got guitars, you just all sorts of music instruments. Use that in like a moveset. So that'd be interesting. And then you know, like some sort of final smash. Maybe the band gets together that she has, and it's just like a little cinematic sort of cutscene. They just start jamming out, and you know, just loud. I guess I don't even know how to describe it. Just like a really big, loud sort of. I can't even say explosion, but just a really big, you know, just musical concert that kind of goes on, and the sound is just kind of like sound waves are kind of coming out and damaging the opponent, something like that for like a final smash I could potentially see. So this is a weird one. I believe who is behind it? I think Sega's behind this, if I'm not mistaken, right? Sega, and there's another company that makes it, but I think Sega. So if we're gonna talk Sega. Is this going to be the most likely character for Sega to get in the game? I don't think so by any means, but you never know. I mean, look at Terry Bogard, for example. He's a character that has great history. He's got better history than Hatsune Miku, but it was just kind of like a really out of left field sort of prediction, not a prediction, but like out of left field sort of character announcement that like really nobody was expecting, and maybe Nintendo still kind of goes that route. Maybe that they might only have like a certain budget that they can spend for a character, so whether it might be first party or third party, maybe we'll get some bigger third party characters, and then that means, you know, for other future DLC, maybe they spent a little bit extra for a certain character, so they have a little bit less. So, you know, a character like Hatsune Miku probably isn't gonna, you know, be the I don't want to knock the character, but it's not going to be the biggest seller in terms of like, whoa, this character finally got in Smash. Yeah, I don't think so. So, I mean, you know, smaller budget, meaning potentially maybe a smaller, lesser known sort of character. So that's kind of where I'm at with that right now. But let's talk about our opponent, though. A character that does get talked about quite a bit. Lloyd Irving, Smash Bros, right? So, yes, he was a Mii outfit in Smash Wii U 3DS. Yes, it's still not in the game, interestingly enough. So, I mean, we still gotta wait for DLC Fighter Pack number 5 to be announced. We still don't know who that character is, so... and plus, Tales of doesn't, at this point... I was about to say Banjo. Doesn't Bandai just... For everything that they've helped Nintendo with in Smash Bros., the Wii U, 3DS, and now Ultimate DLC, I guess Wii U 3DS DLC as well, with everything they've helped them with, how do we still only have Pac-Man for to represent the entirety of Bandai? I don't care if it's somebody from like Tekken, Tales of, Digimon, Soul Calibur, whoever. How do we not have like at least a second rep? How is that possible? I find it a tiny bit baffling, but maybe that's what the DLC is going to be for. Nintendo is going to be like, yo, Bandai, we appreciate the help. We want to get a character of yours in Smash Bros. For DLC. And then obviously Bandai gets a cut of the profits and everything because it's their character and da-da-da-da-da. So Lloyd Irving probably has to be talked about at least. So he's a very interesting character. Again, like I said, he had the Mii outfit in Wii U 3DS. He's a character who's been pretty popular as of late. A lot of discussion about the character. It'd be another generic anime swordsman. Look. I think I always think that's such a weak argument because it's like, all right, first of all, Lloyd has 2 different swords, so there's a lot different things you can do moveset wise with 2 swords than you can do with just one. So already adding a second weapon into the moveset can really get a bit. You could get a bit more creative with the moveset, which is always good. But Lloyd, I don't know. Like I made a video. Was it last week? Again, it was a very small sample size for who Japan was kind of hoping for to see. Lloyd Irving was like at the top of that list. So Japan, I guess, is pretty big on Lloyd. Again, is a very small sample size, but it's still something to kind of ponder. So, I don't know. Lloyd, Tales of, plus, what is he? Lloyd's crossed over into other fighting games before. He's in Soul Calibur. Was it 3? He's in one of the Soul Calibur games as a guest character, which is pretty cool. So yeah, he's crossed over before. Again, I guess Bandai owns that, but still, it's really cool to see characters kind of crossing over. And plus, he just kind of style-wise, he fits pretty well into Smash Bros. As well. So he's always got that going for him. Would really like to see this character actually. This is a character that's kind of grown on me over the past few years, and by no means is he one of my most wanted characters, but he's a character that I look at and I would say, yeah, I'd welcome him to the roster for sure, absolutely. So I think there's a lot of Lloyd fans out there. I think there's going to be some Hatsune Miku fans out there. Again, very interested and intrigued to see how this matchup turns out. If there's support for her, or if there's not. Again, I'm a small channel, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, for me, this one is pretty simple. I like Lloyd way better. And if we got any sort of music-based character, I probably prefer Pauline, honestly. I guess just because I'm more familiar with Pauline than I am with Hatsune Miku. So Lloyd gets my vote for this one. Very easy, very simple today. So, yeah, with that being said, this one's coming to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed. A little sneak peek for Saturday's matchup. Looks like we will have 2 more first-party characters duking it out. Octolings from the Splatoon universe, and imagine them however you want. Straight-up Echo Fighter or a unique fighter, because there's so many different weapons in the Splatoon universe that have not been used. Just give it to the Octolings for their own moveset. Pretty simple. But they'll be taking on Crystal from Star Fox, the assist trophy. Again, assist trophies are in his tournament. It'll happen. But, yeah, so that should be fun. That'll be the matchup. I should have a second video. Hoping everything goes according to plan earlier this morning, because the new amiibos come out today. Snake, Squirtle, and Ivysaur. So I'll probably have a video up a little bit later today. Again, hoping I get them all today. So I'll have like a little unboxing and kind of like a, I don't know, just a little viewing. Obviously you view the video, but just kind of, I can't even say a breakdown, but just you know, just admiring the new amiibos and all that sort of stuff. So that should be fun, but this one's coming to an end. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you like amiibos, maybe check out the amiibo unboxing. Hopefully it happens later today. I gotta get them first. But yeah, with that being said, this one's over. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.